Swelling is one of the biggest concerns after a knee replacement. And as a physical therapist, I can tell you that while some swelling is normal, excessive swelling can make you feel more stiff, have more pain, and slow down your recovery. In this video, I'll share my top tips to control swelling after knee replacement. Tip number 1 is to ICE, and that's an acronym standing for ice, compression, and elevation. Now, if you're familiar with the RICE acronym, rest, ice, compression, and elevation, notice we didn't use the R because movement is actually good for helping swelling. And we'll get to movements in a little bit. But for the ice portion, you want to ice your knee with either regular ice or a cold water pump like this one. I do actually prefer the cold water pumps. Number 1, because you're not constantly having to change out ice packs. And number 2, it gives you some compression along with the icing. But if you are using traditional ice, ideally you want to try to ice 20 minutes every waking hour or as close to that as possible. Now, obviously that's a little bit inconvenient, which is another reason why these water pumps are nice, because you can set it to cycle on for 10 minutes and off for 10 minutes, on for 10 minutes, off for 10 minutes. You just fill the tank with ice water and then it's pretty much ready to go. Now, additionally, you want to elevate, whether you're using regular ice or whether you're using the cold water pump. And then you do want to move while you're doing this. So just doing some ankle pumps like this will use the muscles in your calves to squish blood back towards your heart. And because your leg is elevated, ideally above the level of your heart, gravity also helps fluid to drain back towards your heart. Additionally, you'll notice that I'm wearing compression stockings. And compression stockings provide additional compression to help squeeze swelling back towards your heart. Now, you do want to wear thigh-high compression stockings, ones that come up above the level of your knee. And the reason for that is if you just wear socks that stop below your knee, it presses swelling out of your ankle and out of your calves, but then it goes right back up into your knee, which is exactly where you're trying to get rid of the swelling. So even though they're kind of a pain in the butt to wear, thigh-high compression socks are the way to go. Another option is using air compression boots. Now, realistically, not everyone is going to need this option, but if you really struggle with swelling or you've had a prior knee replacement and you really struggled with swelling during that one, air compression boots can help. They create a pressure gradient by sequentially compressing from the feet, ankles, calves, knees, thighs, and so that creates a pressure gradient that helps return swelling towards the direction of your heart. Now, I prefer ones that zip up, particularly for people who are lacking in mobility after surgery versus ones that Velcro up. Additionally, that doesn't leave pockets where swelling can leak out. These ones are by Syncom and they go from a pressure of 50 millimeters of mercury all the way up to a pressure of 150 millimeters of mercury, and you can adjust how much pressure you want. I don't recommend that people go above 100 millimeters of mercury without talking to a healthcare professional because you don't want to cut off the blood flow from your arteries. You want to squish blood back towards your heart through your veins, but if you set the pressure too high, then it can actually impair circulation from going to your heart down to your legs, which you don't want. So again, these are another option, but not everyone will need them. If you would like to pick up a pair, I'll put a link down below this video. Next comes movement. I already mentioned doing the ankle pumps when you're elevating your leg, but you also want to bend and straighten your knee. By doing that, you mechanically deform the capsule around the knee, which helps to squish swelling out of it. Additionally, just moving in general increases circulation, which will also help with swelling. Now, if you've had a knee replacement, you've probably already learned the heel slide exercise, and ideally you want to use a strap or a towel or something to help your leg along. Now, this is a stretching strap from Pure PT Supply, and I would recommend that when you're using a stretching strap that you cross it over top of your ankle like that. That allows you to pull the strap parallel to the surface that you're sliding on and creates a better knee bending force. Also notice that I'm sliding on a cookie sheet here. That cuts down the friction between your heel and your bed or your couch and makes it easier to slide your leg. And then do lots and lots and lots of repetitions. You don't need to force and struggle and try to bend as far as you possibly can. I know sometimes physical therapists will actually encourage that, but really it's more beneficial just to do lots of repetitions in the range that you can reasonably comfortably. And by doing that over and over and over, eventually you'll be able to bend your knee farther. In fact, they make machines that do that for you called continuous passive motion machines or CPM machines. Some doctors will prescribe those after knee replacement, other ones don't. So if you do have one, I'd recommend using that as often as you can throughout the day while you have access to it. Now, if you don't have access to one of those, using an under-desk elliptical is another option, particularly the ones that pedal for you. That way you just put your feet on it, set it to go, and it'll give you range of motion and movement in your knee without you having to constantly think about it. Now, if you are doing it manually by doing heel slides, I'd recommend doing at least 30 every waking hour. And then finally, you want to get back to your daily activities as best as possible without increasing your swelling. Just being more active during the day will actually help decrease your swelling, but if you're too active, then you'll notice an increase in swelling. So pace yourself, do what you can, but try to gradually increase your activity level, provided that it doesn't make your swelling worse. So hopefully you found these tips helpful. If you would like more tips to help after a knee replacement, check out my knee replacement recovery playlist right over here. But before you go, if you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a like. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you get notified of my future tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.